Hi everyone, on Friday the 17th of October, we're off up to the Midlands to Uttoxeter on Friday. Good ground expected, competitive field sizes which they always attract at this track. The ground pretty much perfect. We start off with our daily nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. It's a handicap chase, 3 miles and 10 yards, a class 4, 4-year-olds and upwards, £4,700 the winner. Some interesting young chasers, and none more so than Impatient from the John Joe and AJ O'Neill yard. Now the O'Neills, the horse have been running well. They've only had one winner from the last 15 runners, but I think plenty of the other ones have been in the frame or run blinders. They're pretty straight, which hasn't always been the case in previous seasons, and I think Impatient can defy an absence here of 164 days. Now basically he's a very promising and upwardly mobile chaser. He won over this trip at Fosslas on the 10th of November last season. It was a 40-1 shock, but there was no fluke about it at all. He absolutely tanked around the track under John Joe O'Neill Jr. and won pretty readily. Now I think they ran him too soon 8 days later at Leicester when he was tailed off next time, but freshened up after a break. He then took a fall at Southall on the 17th of March. I think he might well have won there. He fell 2 out and just about asserting, and it's a race that's thrown up subsequent winners. 2 defeats afterwards. Again, I suspect he might have found the run coming a bit soon when 3rd of 4 at Haydock, but he was back on form on his final run in a strong handicap at Worcester, won by Montregard. He got beaten 16.5 lengths, so he's given an awful lot to do there. It was a promising and eye-catching effort. Now he's down £2 for this return. He's only run 6 times over fences in his life. He's got his ideal conditions here. Left-handed, decent ground, 3 miles. John Joe O'Neill Jr., but the yard-hitting form, he's mainly against rivals who are pretty exposed or have shown their hand to the handicapper. And I think Impatient, if he gets back to the level of his Foss last run, fresh, he could take plenty of beating. He should be an attractive price. Our value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes in the 332. It's the Bagley and Rylance 80th celebration handicap hurdle, 2 mile 4, class 2, 4-year-olds and upwards. Nearly 10 grand to the winner here. Good prize money. I think the veteran Darji Gianni is the one to side with here for Harry Derham. Now Harry, an absolutely brilliant young trainer, very much one to follow over the next few seasons. Obviously a former pupil of Paul Nicholls, and Dargiani used to be with Paul Nicholls back in 2023. For Harry, he's won 3 times over this course and distance in January 2023, following up at Newbury, and then in November he won at Kempton. Now there's probably something been amiss with him. He was off for 340 days. He wasn't quite at his best for 3 of his 4 starts last season, but he did run very well at Donny over this sort of trip on good to soft ground in December. He returns here after another 9 months off the track, but he's got a really good record fresh. He's 10 now. I'm sure he'll be fully fit for this. He's back at Uttoxeter. The handicap has given him a right chance down to 138. Paul O'Brien knows him really well. He is quirky. He can throw in a stinker, but as I say, I think fresh on decent ground, back at Uttoxeter, he should go really close. Best of luck on Friday, everyone. Please do like and comment on the YouTube videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do check out our sponsor Priced Up Bet, particularly on Champions Day tomorrow, where there's going to be loads of enhancements and offers.